Hey everybody, it's Clydine here, and I am having some technical difficulties today. I tried to go live with my regular setup, and I changed my internet service, and I think it's going into effect today. And so I couldn't go live on my computer with my good camera and my good sound, so I had to set up my Okay. I got sound. So I had to set up my camera, and because I have an Android, this is so funny. Because I have an Android, I can't flip it so that you can read what's behind me, and so yeah, this is so awkward. I have it backwards. So I'm looking at the back of my camera, and I'm just trusting that I have, so I'm going to bring this down to this. I don't think I need this. I'm going to change my setup a little bit here. I'm trusting that I have it right. I'm watching the video on my computer to make sure I have it set up right. I checked my sound, so it looks like I have sound. So I'm gonna do this, and I know there's some background noise because I'm in my back room, my office, and it's really hot back here in the summer in Arizona, and so I have a little air conditioner going right there, and it's kind of noisy. But if I don't have it going, it's completely 100% miserable back here, so I can't be back here. So here you go. Here I am, and my name is Clydine Balke, and I am a doTerra wellness advocate, and that just means that I love sharing oils, what I know, what I've learned, and my experiences with other people, so that I can help other people make over their mental, emotional, and physical health naturally, with natural products, and in a healthy way. So today I'm really excited. I have a few things. I have a list, so I don't want to miss anything on my list, so I might be checking down on my list to make sure I don't forget anything. Today, you see this this chart back here. I don't know which side on me it is. You see the chart in the back, the top 10 oils. Well, this week I'm going to go live today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, talking about the top 10 oils. Top 10 oils, the top most popular oils, and what they do and how they can help you. So the first three are lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So I'm really excited to start with these because this is one of my most favorite things to do. And I don't have my bottle of water, but normally I start the day with a bottle of water, or I use it throughout the day, and I add lemon to my water. I add a couple of drops. I have a 16 ounce, actually I think it's a 32 ounce bottle of water, and I just add a few drops of lemon in my water every day, and I drink it, and to be honest, it helps me drink more water. So I enjoy that. I've also got a couple of books I want to look at. I love this book, Advanced Oil Magic. It's a really good book, and so I'm going to read from it. These are accessible to anyone who wants to learn about essential oils. So I'm looking up lemon. I'm just looking up actual lemon right there. The main properties of lemon are antimicrobial, antiseptic, antiviral, astringent, and stimulant. You can apply them topically, you can smell them, use them aromatically, and you can ingest them. So I can do all three. If you want to, here's a really good thing to do with peppermint and lemon. If you want a little pick-me-up, if you kind of feeling dragged down, tired, unfocused, put a drop of peppermint and lemon in your hands rub them together. Inhale very deeply. Open up those sinuses. The way you open your sinuses is this muscle right here. If you kind of lift those cheeks up and engage this muscle across here, it will open those sinuses up. And then breathe through your nose as you do that. It's kind of that like, ooh, that smells something, you know, it smells something bad. That muscle right there, that's called your zygomatic arch. I know that because I taught choir for 20 years, and I used to tell the kids all the time, lift this up, lift that, and you get a lift all through your whole face. And, oh, it smells so good. If you lift that muscle, engage that muscle, and then inhale, oh, it opens up those sinuses and really pulls that aromatic scent and fragrance into your system. And I can still feel it, even though my hands aren't up to my face. I can still feel the cooling and the opening of my sinuses. It's amazing. That's peppermint and lemon. You could do that with any citrus, peppermint and any citrus. We're talking about lemon today, so that's why we're talking about. That's why we're doing that. I'm going to get this plug out of my way because I'm not using it. Anyway, that's one way to do it, aromatically, and that's also topically. You can also do that. Now, if you use a citrus oil topically, you want to stay out of the sun for a while because it is photosensitive, so you want to be careful. Okay, so that's 3 ways to use lemon. So here's some more interesting things about other uses for lemon. It helps calm you. It can help with cold sores, colds, concentration. It supports and helps promote healing and healthy systems in all of these issues. Constipation, depression, disinfectant, flu, furniture polish. You know what? I love greasy hair. I'm gonna tell you another thing I do in the kitchen, in the household with lemon. High blood pressure, kidney stones, MRSA, pancreatitis, peritonitis, tonsillitis. We don't claim that they heal any of these, but they support the systems that help you get through these different kinds of issues. And it says avoid sun exposure for 12 hours after topical use. So if I were to put that on my body, on my arms or anywhere else, I would avoid the sun for 12 hours, okay? Oh, I can still smell it. Smells so good. Peppermint and lemon, any citrus smells so good. Okay, here's another thing another thing I do with lemon. You know when you take labels off of bottles and there's this sticky residue on it? A couple of drops of lemon and just rub it on there and then wipe it off. Sometimes you might need a little scrubby sponge or something to get it off better, but lemon will almost disintegrate or melt that goo and get it off. It's amazing. I like using it also in a spray bottle, a glass spray bottle with water. Distilled water works best with oils. And I put lemon and I put a few other oils, and I use it as my kitchen counter cleaner. I just spray it on the counter. It works really good. And one more thing I love to use it for is I make my own antiseptic wipes, like Clorox wipes, but I don't use bleach in it. I use a cup. I take a roll of paper towels and I cut it in half. I put it in a container, and I use a cup and a half of water and I put a few squirts of soap in it, dish soap. I put a few drops of lemon and maybe On Guard, and peppermint might work well, and then some alcohol. I put alcohol in it. And you pour it over there. Start pouring it in the middle where the cardboard is. You pour it in the cardboard, and then when the cardboard is saturated, you can pull that cardboard out, and you can have those wipes. You just start pulling those wipes out, and they work great. I keep a container of those in my kitchen all the time. That's what I clean my counters with. It works amazingly. It works great. I started it since in you know, March, April-ish, but it's something I love having in the kitchen. I'll always have it instead of using paper towels to clean, or regular paper towels and having to spray stuff. They're always wet. You just pull a few out, clean what you want to clean, and move on. It's just so easy. Makes cleaning so easy. Okay, so that's some things about lemon that I love. Excuse me. You can use it in cooking. I've used it in, you can put it in, I use it in guacamole all the time. Lemon and lime I love using in guacamole, and cilantro. I love cilantro. It's really good. So here's some more about, this is a great book. It's in Essential Emotions. Okay? So let's talk about what lemon does for our emotions. It's really interesting. I'm going to be talking a lot about different emotions and how to help you through those, and how essential oils will help us get through some of the tough things in life, tough emotions in life. All right. The delightful citrus, I'm just going to read from the book to you. So let's, story time with Glidine today. The delightful citrusy aroma of lemon oil engages the mind and aids concentration. That's what we just talked about. It brightens you, it brightens your muscles, it brightens your face, it focuses your brain. While lemon supports the emotional body, its major effects are experienced in the mental field. The crisp scent of lemon oil improves one's ability to focus. Lemon is a wonderful aid for children struggling in school. It teaches individuals to be mentally present by focusing on one thing at a time. Lemon dispels confusion and bestows clarity. Yes, I would vouch for that. It counterbalances mental fatigue due to too much studying or reading. Lemon restores energy, mental flexibility, and the drive to complete a project. Lemon is especially helpful in cases of learning issues. Whether an individual has a difficult time concentrating or feels incapable of learning, lemon clears self-judgments such as I'm dumb or I'm not a good student. Lemon calms fears and insecurities while restoring confidence in the self. Emotionally, lemon inspires a natural playfulness and buoyancy in the heart. It assists in releasing feelings of despair and hopelessness by restoring feelings of joy and happiness. Lemon inspires joyful involvement in the present moment by infusing the soul with energy, confidence, and alertness. So here's a few. Kids are going back to school in a variety of ways. And I'm sure that it's not easy for them to change, to learn this new system and things they have to do. And it's not easy for parents. So here's a few things you could do. You could have a roller bottle that, you could put fractionated coconut oil in there. A few drops of lemon, and maybe a couple of drops of peppermint, and then fill it with fractionated coconut oil, and you have a diluted, and diluted for kids because you don't want them using it full strength necessarily, a uplifting, positive roller oil concoction blend that kids can use anytime. They can rub it on the back of their neck, they can rub it on their wrists, they can rub it on their belly, on the bottoms of their feet. That would be a good way to do it. Put it in a little roller bottle. And it doesn't take much. This is a 5 ml roller bottle. You could take 1 or 2 drops of each, fill the rest of the way with coconut oil. Fractionated, it has to be fractionated coconut oil. Make sure you have fractionated, it says fractionated on it. Otherwise it'll turn solid in here and you won't be able to roll it. Ask me how I know, right? Anyway, those are great uses for lemon in the house. You can cook with it, you can clean with it. It's good for back to school, for kids back to school, and I just want to share that with you. So that's one of our top 10 oils. Our second oil we're going to talk about today is lavender. Lavender is one of the oils that people turn to for relaxation, for calming, emotional calming and soothing on bites. I had a friend of mine tell me today that she used it after she got stung by a wasp, and she was afraid that she said wasp stings are the worst for her, and she was afraid it was on her hand, I guess, and she wasn't going to be able to use her hand because it swelled so bad. She used lavender, and she also used frankincense. One of our top 10, we'll talk about that more maybe. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, tomorrow we'll be talking about frankincense, so come back. Check back in tomorrow about 3 o'clock, and 3 o'clock Pacific time, and we'll talk about frankincense specifically. But she used lavender and frankincense, and she said that the swelling went down right away, and it's not sore, and her hand is not over swollen. So that's a great thing. So let's talk about what we can do with lavender. We're going to go right back to this book. These books are so great to use. They're great resources. You can apply them aromatically, so you can diffuse them, you can smell them. Topically, you can apply them topically like my friend did on the wasp sting. And you can ingest them. They are in some of our supplements. Now, some people don't like lavender, or they're sensitive to lavender, so we do have the little gel caps that you can make your own supplements and leave lavender out. That's an option if you don't like lavender. But lavender's main properties are antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, anti-venomous. That is why it helped support healing in that wasp sting. Yes, anti-venomous, calmative, and cytophylactic. I don't know what that word means. I will have to look that one up. Allergies, bee stings, bites, blisters, diaper rash, insomnia. Lots of people say they put lavender maybe on a washcloth and put it inside their pillowcase, and it helps them calm down and rest at night and sleep better. Lots of things. Top uses for lavender are stress and anxiety, sleep, skin irritations and burns, allergies, hay fever, cuts, blisters, scrapes, irritability, headaches, and migraines. Our essential oils do not heal anything. They don't cure anything, but they support your system in a healthy way to help it heal and cure itself. So, here's an idea for soothing bath salts. 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of tea tree, and a cup of Epsom salts, and you mix them together and you add them to a hot bath, and it is a very relaxing bath. So that is amazing. Lavender is great. Let's go to the Essential Emotions book and talk about what lavender does for our emotions, because lavender is a very good oil to help with our emotions. Lavender aids verbal expression and calming the mind. Specifically, it calms the insecurities that are felt when one risks their true thoughts and feelings. Lavender addresses a deep fear of being seen and heard. Individuals in need of lavender hide within, blocking their true self-expression. While they may be going through the motions of outward expression, they're actually holding back their innermost thoughts and feelings. The expression is not connected to the heart or soul. Lavender supports individuals in releasing the tension and constriction that stems from withheld expression. This is very interesting, isn't it? This bottleneck in communication can result in worried and racing thoughts, anxiousness, and sleep disruption. Due to past experiences, they may feel unsafe or fearful of expressing themselves because of potential rejection. Often they don't allow themselves space to get in touch with all they truly think and feel. The true voice is therefore trapped within and goes unexpressed. Strong feelings of being unlovable, unimportant, or unheard can accompany this condition. Lavender encourages emotional honesty and insists that one speak their innermost thoughts and desires. As individuals learn to communicate their deepest thoughts and feelings, they are liberated from their self-inflicted prison. It is through open and honest communication that an individual has the potential to experience unconditional love, acceptance, and peace of mind. Through Lavender's courageous spirit, one is free to share their true self with others. This is very interesting. Open communication, calm, expressive, emotional honesty, self-aware, peace of mind. Those are the positive properties of lavender. Okay? And I like to diffuse it. I have used it on burns before that helps the system heal itself and support healthy regeneration of healthy skin. And lavender is one of our top 10 oils that we're talking about this week. If you are just jumping on, I'm Clydine Balke, and I am a wellness advocate for doTerra. I love these oils, and they have done a lot for me, and I just love sharing my experience and my knowledge with others about these oils. Today we're talking about this week we're talking about the top 10 oils on this banner behind me. So we're starting with lemon. And if you're just joining me, you can rewind back and look at lemon after it's over. And now we're talking about lavender. And then we're going to talk about peppermint. So lavender is calming, peaceful, quieting. It is anti-inflammatory. So that's why it helps calm swellings and bug bites and things like that. So it's great. It's so awesome. All right, our third oil for today is peppermint. Let's talk about peppermint. Now, peppermint is one of the hot oils. We call them hot oils because of the mint in it, of course. Any hot oil you want to keep away from your eyes and your mouth. Any of the oils you don't want to put into any of your... Hello, Tiffany. How are you? We're going to talk about peppermint. Tiffany, this one I think will be good. Any of the hot oils you want to stay away from your eyes and your mouth, and well, you can ingest it, but I mean you don't want to put it in your eyes. So I had peppermint on my hands, and I can't really smell it. It's kind of dissipated, but so I would wash my hands before I put my hands on my eyes. Peppermint will burn if it gets in the eyes. It won't do permanent damage probably, but it will hurt a little bit. So peppermint is this. So peppermint, main properties for peppermint are analgesic, anti-inflammatory, carminative, stomachic, and tonic. I'm gonna have to look those words up because I am not sure what they mean. I wonder if they're in this book. I'm gonna have to look them up, and you know what I'll do is after I get off, I'll look those words up and I'll put them in the post and define them for you because that's really important to know what that means. Anti-inflammatory is one of the most important things, though. You can diffuse it, you can use it aromatically, you can use it topically, and you can ingest it. I love using peppermint when I travel because I've always gotten motion sickness and nauseous and kind of anxious when I travel. And so I just put peppermint, a couple of drops in my water, and I take my water bottle and I'm drinking it as I go, as I travel, and that helps settle my stomach. Other uses: alertness. Yes, it perks you up. It wakes your eyes up. It wakes your brain up. Yes. Allergies, autism, burns, cravings, gastritis, hangover, hot flashes, hypothyroidism, loss of sense of smell, memory, sciatica, sinusitis, and typhoid. Now, these are not cures. These oils don't cure these. They do not heal them, but they are oils. Essential oils can support your body's system to help deal with a variety of issues in a healthy way. You might have, some people might have skin sensitivity to peppermint, so you want to be careful when you first use it. You might want to dilute it in a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil. It's a good idea to do that. All right. I have a friend who gets headaches and problems like that. She takes a drop, she just takes the lid off, does this, puts it on the top of her mouth, and she also uses frankincense. We're going to talk about frankincense tomorrow. She does the same thing, puts it on the top of her mouth, and holds both of them, each of them separately, for about 10 to 15 seconds. She says it helps her tremendously to support her system to dissipate that headache, to calm her head, calm those stressed headaches and tension headaches. It helps with muscle and joint pain. One of the best ways is to use a little roller bottle like before. You put a few drops of peppermint in it, put some fractionated coconut oil in it, and put a roller on it, a roller ball on it like this, all the way down. There we go. And then you just roll it on your joints wherever it hurts. You have it, and you can, these little bottles are great. You can carry them with you wherever you go. So they're great to have. Here's an allergy diffuser blend. These three today are one of the best essential oils to support healthy sinuses and healthy immune systems. Your allergy diffuser blend are 2 drops each of peppermint, lavender, and lemon. You put it in a diffuser, it'll helps cleanse the air and helps keep the sinuses clear. You can also put the 3 of these, all three of them in a roller bottle and just carry it around with you. Put it on your chest so that you'll be able to smell it. Use it on your wrist, whatever you want to do for that. Let's look at the emotions book for peppermint. Emotions book for peppermint. Again, this is Essential Emotions. I love this book. It's very interesting. Here's peppermint. Story time again. Peppermint brings joy and buoyancy to the heart and soul. It invigorates body, mind, and spirit and reminds individuals that life can be happy and they don't have to be controlled by fear. I would say that summarizes the feeling when I smell peppermint. It lifts an individual out of their emotional trials for a short reprieve. When individuals use peppermint, they feel as though they are gliding through life. It assists in staying on the surface of emotional issues like floating on top of water. The power of peppermint can be felt most in times of discouragement or despair. When individuals are disheartened, they may use peppermint to rediscover the joy of being alive. However, a person may also abuse the properties of peppermint oil. If it is used in a permanent escape to avoid dealing with emotional pain, it can hinder growth and progress. Peppermint should not be used in this way. It aids individuals who need a short breather. At times, a reprieve is necessary before re-entering emotional waters. But one is not meant to wade in shallow and end forever. When it is accepted and embraced, emotional pain serves as a teacher. Peppermint can assist individuals in regaining the strength needed to face their emotional reality. That's a very interesting perspective. Other companion oils, positive properties of peppermint are buoyant, optimistic, relieved, strength to face emotional pain. Okay, that's very interesting, and it really kind of summarizes my take on how I feel when I use peppermint. It's very uplifting. All 3 of these oils today, peppermint, lavender, and lemon. Whoa, there it goes. Let me grab that. Careful dropping them. So lavender, peppermint, and lemon. Sorry about that. I dropped them. Lemon, peppermint, lavender. All 3 are kind of in the same venue. They're positive, they're uplifting, they're calming. So this is that kind of a theme today. And now I want to give you a tip. Lastly, I want to give you a tip of the day. I was thinking the other day, I was doing something in the kitchen, and I was doing something, and I got to the point where I was done with it, and I was like, that's good enough. And it hit me. I've heard that good enough phrase all my life. Good enough is not good enough. Good enough is good enough, or good enough isn't good enough. And I thought to myself, why do we use that phrase? Why do we say good enough isn't good enough? I'll tell you what I think it causes. I don't know why we use it, but I think it causes us to question ourselves in a way that's not a positive thing. It makes us go to the point where we're saying, well, my best, even though it's my best, I did my best, it's not good enough. You know, I have to be a perfectionist. I have to keep doing this over and over and over and over until it's perfect, which is a fallacy in and of itself. Doing something perfectly is not true. It's a fallacy. You can never be perfect. No one. Hello, someone who's watching me. Feel free to comment and let me know where you're from and what your favorite oil is. I'd love to know what your favorite oil is, or how you use lemon, lavender, or peppermint that we're talking about today. But to get back to my tip of the day, good enough needs to be good enough. Good enough can be good enough. Hello, Hoda. Hoda! Good enough is good enough. There's a few things we need to think about when we're doing things. Have you done your best? Think about, ask yourself, was that the best you could do today? And you know what? Every day our best changes. My best yesterday is not the same as my best today. Based on my experience, my feeling, my emotions, my situation, where I'm at in life, what's going on around me in life, your best that day is your best that day. Okay? So, are you doing your best that day? Your best changes from day to day. Understand that just because your best was something yesterday doesn't mean it's your best today. When I was teaching, and I taught choir for most of my career, I would say you do your best today. Every day, do your best. Over time, your best should get better. But sometimes your best is not as good as what yesterday was because of where you are. Emotionally, physically, you might be exhausted. Your body might be tired. So, hi, Hoda. So, be satisfied that you are, trust yourselves and give yourself grace that you are doing your best that day, and move on. And don't dwell and beat yourself up, being afraid that you are not doing your best. Oh, well, it wasn't good enough. Did you do your best? If the answer is yes, move on. If you didn't do your best, say, okay, well, maybe tomorrow I'll do better. Tomorrow I'll do my best. And that is how you can get yourself to the point to say, good enough is good enough, because I always do my best and I always do the best I can. That's all anyone can do. Remember that nobody will be perfect. You are not going to be perfect. The way you do something is the way you do it. It's not the way someone else does it. It's good. It's your best. It's good enough. I hope these things that we have talked about help you. If you use essential oils, I hope you share how you use, share in the comments how you use lemon or lavender or peppermint or all three. I would love to hear how you use them and share that with us. If you are interested, if you don't use essential oils, and you want to get started on this wellness journey with essential oils in a naturally healthy way, get with the person who introduced you, or you know, a friend if you know someone who is with doTerra and can help you get your own account and get started with it. If you don't know anyone, feel free to reach out to me. I will be happy to help you get started on this wellness journey using essential oils in a healthy and natural way. You can also, please feel free to like my page. It will help me tremendously get this word out. Feel free to send this video out on your page to friends and family or groups that you're in that you think might enjoy this information. And I appreciate your support any way you can support me. And feel free to come back tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about tea tree, oregano, and frankincense. They're very interesting. They all support your immune system, which is very important anytime. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's information. Feel free to comment below. If you are coming back and there is no red live button up there and you're watching the replay, please hashtag replay or comment and let me know how you use these oils. Like, share my page, and hit the notification button up there at the top, the little bell. Make sure you click on that so you know when I'm coming live again. All right? Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.